Welcome in everybody to Joe's Bowling Sports and Ministry Talks TV, where you get your bowling, your sports, your ministry, your talks, your TV, a bonus of some cooking, and a little bit of yarn from my lovely, lovely wife. Welcome in everybody. Welcome in everybody. So sorry we're late. The streaming devices are not working today. Don't know why that is happening, but they are not working today. So I just want to welcome you all in. Welcome you all in. Let me get in my live so I can share myself out here. This is so crazy. Like this is a different, whole different look. Like being on YouTube versus actual StreamYard is so it looks so different. So I gotta let everybody know. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to see if this would work, and it just kind of threw me off a little bit. But this is like a whole different look. Like it looks so different. Like it looks so different. So welcome in everybody. Everybody who hit the thumbs up. Everybody who's here already. Hey, Four Man, welcome in. How you doing, Four Man? How are you doing? Hope you're having a blessed day. Hey, Iris, blessings to you. How you doing? Glad you are here. Glad you are having a blessed day as well. How's everybody doing? It has been a long weekend, guys. A long weekend. This over the weekend was such a great weekend for me. But we're gonna get over that. We're gonna get to that in a little while. Hey, GGP, welcome in. How are you? Blessings to you, GGP. Y'all, this is a different look. I like StreamYard. I do. And if for those of you who don't know right now, StreamYard is down for man. StreamYard is messing up. So as you can see, you got a green screen behind us. Yes, it's like more open. Like it's so open. You see this? It's like so like it feels like you can see everything. Gee whiz, you said I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. Not a problem for me. Anytime, anytime. I hope everybody's doing well. Gigi said I'm good. Okay, well, if you're good, that's hey, you're live. So that's good and great first and foremost. The fact that you good is everything, right? Because some people ain't good today. So that is a great thing to be good, knowing that we all alive. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up as you come in here. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Again, I am, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Joe. I am a youth pastor, a praise and worship leader, um, and many other things. I like to have fun, play games, all the above. I love to do it all over here. That's what we do on my channel. We do a little bit of crochet. We might do some diamond painting. It just all depends on the day. But my main thing I focus on this channel is we do worship, we do praise and worship, and we do I bring a word. That's my main focus on this channel. My wife does have the channel. If you want to tell a little bit about yourself. Okay, well, when she gets in, she'll tell a little bit about yourself. Hey, Angela, welcome in. How you doing? Hey, Brett, how you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Welcome in. Thanks so much for smacking the like, Brett. I appreciate that. Yeah, I totally understand. You can't stay long. Have a blessed day. Um, that's awesome. But hey, Cindy Johnson and friends, blessings host to you too. Happy Monday to you. Ain't that right? Ain't that good? I like that. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. That's how it's supposed to be happy, right? I like that. I like that. Happy Monday. Because I know in the past we always said, oh, Monday is such a long day. It's so hard. Mondays are so long and this. And it's Monday, so it's drag. No. God woke us up, so we supposed to be giving him glory no matter what day it is. Mondays are awesome. Yes, Mondays are awesome because it's another day that the Lord has made for us to rejoice and be glad in it. Angela, how are you feeling today? I didn't mean to bypass you at all. How are you feeling today? I hope you are doing well, Angela. I hope you are blessed. Joanne, I hope you are blessed as well. I hope you are doing well. There go my 20 in the house. Wolf Redeemed in the house, 820. Blessings to you. How are you doing on this afternoon? I hope you are doing well. Guys, remember, if you don't have each other, please pick each other up as well. Um, pick each other up. pick each other up on today. So we can all grow together. That's the only way we're gonna grow here on this YouTube land is to grow y'all. Um, like I said again, for those of you who know who use StreamYard right now, you can't use it right now. It is acting up very, very bad. Um, I know a lot of people use Restream and all that anyways nowadays, but I didn't want to do all of that. I just want to directly do through YouTube. So that's why I'm late, guys. Y'all have to excuse my tardiness. I'm late. I am late. I'm sorry. Y'all have to don't beat me up because I'm late, please. Can y'all hear me well? Please tell me if y'all can hear me well. Please let me know if you can hear me well. Hey Oreo, how you doing? Blessings to you. I'm blessed, Oreo. How are you doing today? If y'all can hear me well, please let me know. If anybody in the chat say they can hear me well, I would really appreciate that. Because, like I said, this is something new, and I want to make sure that everything is being okay. Oreo said, "Yes, I can hear you, and I'm doing good. That's awesome. Hear me? Okay, that's good. What does everybody got in their cups today? Hey, flowers, blessings to you. How are you doing? Is that Kim Lord? Hey, Kim Lord, welcome in. How are you doing? Blessings to you, Kim. How are you feeling today? I hope you are feeling well. Hope everything's well. Let's see here. Everybody speaking to each other, and y'all can hear me. Yes, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. I'm so glad y'all can hear me. She said, "It's me, Kim Lord." You said YouTube restarted on me, or I would have been here sooner. Really? Wow. And I tried to go live on StreamYard over and over again. And at first it was like buffering, like it was going to let me go live. Then all of a sudden it just kicked me out. I was like, wait a minute, it kicked me out. And then I tried to get back in again and I couldn't get back in. Like I couldn't get back in like at all. It would not let me get in. I was like, what in the world is going on here? Why can't I get back in? I just want to talk to my friends. I want to talk to my family. Okay, we got some water in some cup, water in a bottle, and tea in my cup. Joanne, I do not like tea. I don't like tea, but I will take the water. Okay, and just I have cranberry juice in my cup. Really, is cranberry juice good? I've had like the cranberry, like cranberry apples and all that. Is that really like that's really not cranberry juice though? Is it? Somebody told me that's not like cranberry juice. Anybody ever had that? And Oreo said, I have some cheese. Lord help her. Oreo, you ever get stopped up on some cheese, Lord? Oreo said she getting some water too, babe. She got some cheese and some water. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. All right, Oreo got your cheese bag. I'm happy to hear that.
Oreo got her cheese bag. What kind you got, Oreo? And Angela says tart. Really? Okay, and Kim said cranberry juice is good, Joe. I've never had it, so I can't say, Kim, I've never ever had it. I would love, yeah, why not? I mean, I've had the cran apple, and that was good, but they said it's not real cranberry
You had
juice.
cran apple?
Yeah, I had that before.
Oh, get this some cran apple.
And Kim said, Dana, Joe needs to try it.
Okay, we gotta get some.
I have to get some, Kim, and try it. I will. Maybe I'll get some and try it today. You never know. You never know. I might get some and try for tonight on live.
Yay!
You haven't tried tonight on live? Hey, I know it ain't a big deal, but you know, it might be. Hey, for me, anything.
What about prune juice?
Trying it. No problem. No problem. There go, baby Lord.
Hey, baby.
I'm here, Lord.
Hey, everybody.
That's baby Lord. Baby Lord here, Lord. Yeah, we're going to get into our conversation in a minute. Um, like I said, I know I'm late, Lord. Y'all don't beat me up because I'm late. I am late. I am. And I apologize. But I want to just thank everybody this weekend who took the time out to come and join me for my 1 year pod anniversary. I so appreciate you guys. Like you just don't know. That's such a awesome thing that you guys did for me. Like you didn't have to come, and you all showed out for my 1 year pod anniversary, and I appreciate y'all so much. Like man, it was such a good time. We had a 1 year pot anniversary, God anniversary, because we was giving God glory, and that's what this channel is all about. We devoted all our channels are devoted to God. But I just want to reverence Him just a little bit more on that Saturday night, and it was awesome. No, Kim, it's fine. I think you had something to do that day. I want to say you had something to do. I think you maybe said, yeah. But Kim is one of my amazing members, so she supports me anyhow, anywho. Thank you, Kim, for being here. No, you won't. What? Okay. Wow, the computer tried to restart in the middle of the live. Help me, Lord. It ain't meant for me to bring this today, is it? Hey, Sis Jane, welcome in. How are you doing, sis? She said, please thumbs up. She said, in as love you, bro, Joe Sis Dana. If you are there, see y'all soon. Hello, everyone. Please thumbs up. Thank you all for coming. Sis Jane said, come on, Lord. And Sis Jane told Kim she loved her. She said, I will try anything at least once before saying no, because you never know. No, I won't. I won't try anything, Kenny. I just can't. I won't. I just won't. Oh, thank you, Kim, for them kind words. I appreciate it. We always help. We always there to help whenever you need us. Let's let us know. We always there to help. Now, forever and forevermore. That's just how we're gonna do. That's how we are. Uh, hey, His word. How you doing? Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Uh, yes, guys. Today I don't know. God is. Why did that? Let me get back to the weekend, y'all. So we had some amazing people come up on the panel. Uh, my beautiful niece Gigi come up and gave a awesome word on just having faith. Having faith, y'all. It was an awesome word. I don't want to tell you nothing about it. I just want you to go back and be able to listen to that. Hey, Terrence, Lord, I love you, Terrence. Lord, I ain't seen you come in at all. Lord, my eyes is terrible. I need some glasses. Hey, Terrence, we love you. Who else is this? Hey, Jolene, we love you. How you doing? I can't see nothing, Lord. Help me, Jesus. Okay, yeah. So we had, my niece gave an awesome word. Then we had Minister Music Terrence Trier come up, and he spoke into my life and said I had the access code, baby. So hey, I received that. Thank you so much for that. That I needed that. I needed that. I always need that. I need those words of encouragement from my brother. You know, that's my brother, y'all. So that was like, when your brother could come up and give you some words like that and mean it from the bottom of his heart, that means something. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Then my sis Jane did a video for me, told me how much she loved me. Thank God, sis Jane. Lord, sis Jane. Thank you so much, sis, for that. We love you and thank you for always being there for us and supporting us. Everything you do. And
did you ever see that ceremony that Miss Music did for the children?
What? I never got a chance to see it.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna go and watch it today.
That was so good. I'm gonna go watch it again for fun.
I'm gonna go watch it today before I go bowling. But that was awesome. It was just an awesome weekend, y'all. Y'all made me feel awesome. Y'all all did. Angela, Bevy, everybody. Y'all always show up and just show out for me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all so much. Rooting me on in everything I do.
Yes.
That's an awesome feeling. Thank you so much for that flowers, Lord. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up.
I'm coming.
This is like a weird look, y'all. This is so weird. I do not like this.
I like the deluxe apartment in the sky.
I don't like the way the camera's set on this or nothing. But it really like clear. It's super clear. It shows you how clear your camera is on this.
I don't know if it's really clear, but let's see.
Is it clear, y'all? Because it looks so clear to us.
It looks clear, but it looks for me to see. Everything clear ain't go.
Are we clear?
Oh my God, man. My phone is acting up.
We know, baby Lord. We know you multitasking, Lord.
Get your multitasking on.
Get your multitasking on, Lord. Hey, Ursula, welcome in. Ursula, if you don't have OMG Granny Square, pick her up.
No, it's not that thing. Well, my phone is. You gotta look at your phone. This phone is trash.
If you don't have OMG Granny Square, pick her up. She's in the chat, y'all.
Y'all look crystal clear. Crystal clear. Y'all look like babies. Ooh, it's like the babies in this season. How's the babies in the season?
Ursula, we late too. Don't feel bad. We just got here, Lord. We super late. Don't feel bad. I mean, we are really late.
My clothes is too big for me.
Very much so.
Hey, Joanne. Give me no tea necklace. That's still oh, it's still
We are really late.
Also, Jolene's here. Joanne's here. Hey, Joanne. Hey, everybody. Love you too, Sis Jane. Everybody's here. I'm sorry I missed everybody that came in. I was over here having a bit of a small meltdown. My phone is acting up, and I'm a little discouraged to see it. But God is good. His gifts out of the way.
Hello. Did you take off your what's the name of your phone with man? You can't tell with that thing on there.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
My little bootleg one. This is. I got the back. I got the wrong thing off. We got some phone. What are the things called?
We got some phone covers.
Okay. Yeah.
Kim, so you look beautiful, Diana.
Thank you so much, Kim. We got some phone coverage, all right? You know the little, what is it called? Phone screen protectors. This is a long time ago when we first got these phones. And so, when we got the screen protector, y'all, they come with the screen. They come with the stuff on here. All right. They tell you how to peel it, put it on the phone. Somehow, I put the wrong thing on there, okay? I just have a little piece of plastic covering. This is not a screen protector.
She said, "Oh, baby, yours is real. Yours is thicker than mine." I said, "We got the same one, babe. Like you just took the." She kept the plastic and threw the hard part away.
The hard part, but I couldn't peel it. I don't know what was wrong with it.
You peeled that part off. This part,
yeah, but the other part wasn't sticking or not. I don't know what was going on.
It sticks, baby. It's just weird because it sticks, and you could take it off and on it. Like you could take this thing off. Look, I could take this off and put it on yours and put it back on there. It's like really. Yeah, it was real clear.
My phone is dirty. I'm just upset right now. I'm having a sad day.
Hey, HD Lord. HD said, hey, Lord.
Hey, HD, welcome in. Y'all come on and hit the thumbs up. Hey, his word. Hello, Minister Music. Hello, Kim. Hello, Joanne. Everybody is here. Thank y'all so much for being here. Let me get all on live chat so we can see. That's why we can't see stuff. All right, there we go. So we get everybody's comments. There we go. Y'all welcome in. It's Monday. We're grateful to be here, y'all. I know I'm taking over a little bit, but it's okay. You don't care. So y'all come on in, hit the thumbs up. Let's get all the thumbs up. We're missing thumbs. Let's get all the thumbs we can get. Let's hit the thumbs up. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. We shared a little bit about our weekend. Let us ask you all what you did for the weekend. What did you do? If you enjoyed it, did you relax or were you busy? Come on in and share that love. Again, like Joe was saying, thank you so much for joining us for the party we had. What day was that, guys? This past Saturday. It was awesome, y'all. Again, go back and watch the replay if you want. Also, if you can't watch the replay, watch it when you get a chance. Also, please make sure you come tonight. Tonight's gonna be bowling night, y'all. All right, go ahead.
It is gonna be bowling night tonight. I forgot it was. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've been bowling so much, guys. Like I bowled so much now with these 3 nights. Oh Lord, I think I got too old for this, y'all. I think I have, cause I feel burned out a little bit, and I don't want to feel burned out. Look at Bro Brandon in the house. Bro Brandon in the house.
Hey, Bro
If it don't have Bro Brandon, pick him up, Lord. I can't have. I got a super chat, Lord.
Yay, we got a super chat.
I got a super chat.
Hey, super chat.
I can't do the song, Ursa. I'm not on StreamYard. I can't plug in like no devices or nothing. It's not letting me do any of that right now. It's not letting me do anything. So I would do the super chat song, but I can't because as y'all can see, this thing is messing up pretty bad, guys. I don't know. We're gonna have to upgrade everything soon, guys. By Christmas time, we're gonna upgrade. That's gonna be our Christmas present to ourselves. You ready? Our Christmas present to ourselves.
That's not like work, Lord.
What?
That's not like work, Lord.
It is. We just gonna upgrade.
Okay. Yeah.
We need a computer. We gotta have a computer. We need like a little new mic. You know, I want to get a mic for a studio, anyways. So we can just use that. Okay. But anyways, we're just talking out loud, guys, because we got to upgrade. We're going to have
Spaceman, woo!
Hey, Spaceman, how you doing?
Hey, Frank, everybody love y'all.
Everybody coming in. I'm on StreamYard.
Hit the thumbs up. Hey,
I ain't on StreamYard, and everybody coming in.
Everybody's coming in, y'all. We got a great, amazing message for today, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Dr. Destiny's in that building. Come on in here, y'all.
Hey, Dr. Destiny, blessings to you.
Come on in here, y'all. We love y'all.
I got to thank OMG Granny Square for that super chat.
Yes.
If y'all don't have OMG Granny Square, could y'all please pick her up? I can't highlight her name. So if anybody can drop her link for me, I can't. I don't know how to do it. You can't do any of that on here. I don't know how to do any of that on here. This is a little different. So if you don't have OMG Granny Square, could you please pick her up for me? I will greatly appreciate that, y'all. So y'all, today, y'all, I don't know, God gave me this, and I want. So I hope nobody don't get offended or anything like that. Because this word is for me first. It happened to me first. So I have to tell you, I have to release things that not only that God gives to me first, but I had to go through it. So I want y'all to understand that I'll just get into the word and you'll know what I'm talking about. So today,
Okay.
we're going to talk about. I can't even remember
Hey,
what my
Gigi, we love
title
you
was.
too. Hey, Cammy, I believe it says leaders were developing a
There we go. So y'all, the
wilderness.
thing is, y'all, it's called this title today is hey Cammy Law, hey nephew Cameron, how you doing? I don't want fried butter, Cammy Law, but hey, how you doing? I hope you are doing well. We love you. Thank you for being here. Oh yes. And so y'all, what we have to realize here, y'all, is I know we all want to be leaders. We all want to say, that we have a ministry, that we have, what I'm saying, that we are working on developing a ministry. Uh,
Hey, Mama Riz, we love you.
how
I
you
just want to say
doing,
hi. I'm
Elizabeth?
sorry.
Blessings to you. You know that we all have a ministry. We all have these things, and but the one thing we have to understand is that we have to go through things to become an effective leader. We have to go through a lot to become an effective leader for God. Uh, a lot. It's not just little things. We have to go through a lot, y'all. I'm talking about it's so many things. It don't come with just um, apples and oranges and berries. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yes,
don't
it
work
is.
that way. It's not it don't just work that way that we get. It's not it don't. You gotta go through some storms and you gotta go through the wilderness. Uh Great leaders are developed in the wilderness.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Uh they are developed away from people.
Mm.
You have to go through some loneliness. You have to go through some storms.
Okay.
You got to go through some trials. You got to go through some tribulations. And the hardest part is about this thing is you have to. A lot of times you got to do this thing by yourself. You can't call on nobody. See, when I was going through the wilderness, I was married. I couldn't call on my wife while I was going through the wilderness.
Wow, wow,
That
wow.
ain't what God wanted me to do. That was that training ground I had to go through. I had to go through. That was that training process that God was taking me through so that I could get somewhere. I couldn't call my wife and say, "Hey, baby, I need you to pray for me right now." I couldn't do that. That ain't what God was intended for. He needed me to be able to see. He needed to see if I can handle this situation so that I'll be able to handle His troubles in this world that we live in today. Um, and you gotta do that on your own. And so we can't. A lot of times in today's society, we get caught up with these titles. We get caught up with these names and having these ministry titles on our name because it sound good, it look good, it even smell good to some people. But we can't get caught up in that, y'all. We have to understand that every title that people around us have gotten, most people have gotten, they had to go through a lot for that title. They had to go through a lot to be an effective leader in society. They had to go through a lot to have a ministry. A ministry is something huge. Like that's something when you say ministry,
Wow, wow, wow.
you're saying something big
You're
there.
right.
You're saying when you say I have a ministry, you are saying something big there. That's not nothing small at
Mm.
all. Because right there, you telling the devil, look, I got this. I got a ministry and I'm going out and I'm serving God and I'm doing this for God and I got this for God. And ain't no devil can no devil stop me. That's what you telling people when you got a ministry. It's a whole big difference when you say you got a ministry. So we have to understand, y'all, that the wilderness is where growth takes place. The wilderness is where growth takes place in that isolated place, away from everybody, nobody there. Sometimes there won't even be food there for you to eat. I'm talking about I'm talking about in the natural or spiritually. There won't even be food for you to eat in this wilderness place. And that's the place. Sometimes that's the place where we have to go. And why I say naturally or when I say naturally or spiritually, I mean that we got to get in a place of fasting. So I consider that natural. That's natural food. God wants us to fast from certain things. He wants us to take certain things away from our plates. Like that's that natural thing that we got to take away from ourselves. You get what I'm saying here? Those are natural things that we have to rid ourselves from when we're in the wilderness. And a lot of times, for a guy like me, I'm just talking from me. I can't speak from nobody but me. I'm a bigger guy. I like to eat. So that's a hard thing to take away from yourself. Take away from yourself to become effective leader for God. Because you have to fast. It's no if and ands
Wow,
buts about it.
wow, wow.
There's
Go
gonna be a
in
point of
there.
there's going to be a point in time in your life where you can't fast from just social media. You're gonna have to break your
Wow.
plate. And that's a
Ooh.
lot of times we don't want to do that. We say, oh well, I'll just fast from this. I'll just fast from that. I'll just fast from this, and I'll just fast from that. No, we got to break our plates sometimes. We have to break our plates, and that's in this society where there being so many cupcakes and this and that and this and make that look good and this sounds good and this sounds good and that sounds good. It makes it very hard to break your plate. So, um, as far as that, as far as spiritually being in the wilderness, you're alone. You got to be alone. You got to be away from people where you can hear from God. You can hear from God. It's just gonna be you and God. And see, a lot of times people don't see that as a person, see that as somebody being there with them because they always looking for that physical body being.
Oh my
They always looking
goodness.
for that physical body. So they see that as a place of loneliness.
Mm-mm.
They see that as a place of loneliness. So that's why I say that's spiritual. So my question is, are you willing to go through the isolation process? The wilderness, or should I say a place of being lonely, is where God perfects his leaders. That's where God perfects his leaders yet at y'all. Whether we realize it or not, that is the place where God perfects his leaders at. And I'm gonna show you this thing in a minute because I know y'all saying, "Well, I call myself a leader, and I ain't have never had to do that." I hear y'all. I hear people's spirits talk. That's how people's spirits talk. But I come to tell you that's where he perfects his leaders at, y'all. It's so many times in the Bible where it shows us
Mm.
where you had to go away from people. You had to go and be by yourself.
Wow.
So
Oh my
God can
God.
God can raise you up.
Woo.
So look, y'all.
Okay.
So here, this right here, I'm gonna read this to you right here. Isaiah 43:19 said, I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers and in deserts. So it's saying that he gonna make a way for you. And the reason why I put that there for you is because those people who in the wilderness feel like nobody ain't there for them. They feel like they're stuck by their self. They feel like nobody is there. But this is saying right here, it shows you right here that he gonna make a way for you. He's definitely gonna make a way for you in the wilderness. But one thing you have to understand
Mhm.
is that it says he will make a way. It don't say he gonna bring you out. You hear what I said? I'm gonna say that again. It says he gonna make a way, but he not. It don't say he gonna bring you out. And see, that's what a lot of people be thinking right there. Oh well, if God going if God in the wilderness with me, Froggy here. Hey Froggy, we love you. Blessings to you. We love you. So that's what a lot of people be looking for when they going through that wilderness stage. They be looking. If God is there, why he not bringing me out? But you said you wanted to be an effective leader. You said you wanted to be a leader. You said you was called by God. You said that. So he's testing you to see if you're gonna honor what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He's testing you to see if you're going to honor what you are saying. If you're going to stand by what you've been saying here in the world around people, here in these YouTube streets, are you going to honor that? So what he gonna do is he said, yes, I'll bring you through it, but I ain't gonna bring you out. I'll make sure you have everything you need while you're there,
Okay.
while you're in the wilderness. But I ain't here to bring you out.
Wow.
I ain't here. I'm not here to bring you out.
Mm.
That was so good to me when he gave me
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
He said, listen to that one more time. He said, I will make a way in the wilderness
and rivers in the desert. But what we have to understand that it says he will make a way in the wilderness. But it don't say he's going to bring you out of it. And I think that's where we kind of lose. You know what I'm saying? We kind of get um, we kind of misinterpret that
Okay.
a little bit. That's a big misinterpretation there, because we think just the fact that he's there, that why God want to bring keep us, why we need to go through all this stuff. Like we got to constantly go through all this all the time. Like, well, no, why would he? Why? Because you opened up your mouth and said what you wanted to do. You did it. You said you got a ministry. You said you was you said you was a leader. Nobody said that but you. So if you got to go through that testing phase. It's a testing process. If you want to go through that thing, if you want to get what God has for you, you got to go through something to get it. So yeah, I want to. So one thing about this wilderness season brings testing and challenges that make us want to throw in the towel. So
Wow.
it brings us a lot of challenges, y'all. It brings us a lot of challenges. I know for me, y'all, when I was going through my wilderness stage in my life, I was like, man, what is this? God, is this like? And I'm telling you, and the one thing I want to tell you about going through the wilderness is not something that it happens once. It's stages in this thing. So that's one thing I want to put in your mind first and foremost. Just because you go through it once, you're going to go through it again. Because as you elevate, you got to go through different things. And so bigger problems. What's the word? Different level, new level. However
Yeah.
they say it. That's
Yes,
how it
yes,
works.
yes.
That's how it works when you're in the wilderness as well. So when you go through the wilderness the first time, you might be dealing with a different level of things, so God can see if you can handle it.
Brett sent you a super chat as well.
I thank you so much, Brett, for that super chat. I appreciate you for that. So as you going through the wilderness, train of thought. As you no distractions, God. Um, yes. So as I was going through the wilderness, I had to understand that it's such a distraction. Yeah. Thank you, Brett, for the super chat. But please let me know afterwards because that's such a
Okay, I'm
distraction.
sorry.
I appreciate that the super chat, but it's distraction when I'm in the middle of saying something. Um, yes. So as God took me through the wilderness, y'all, I had to understand that there was different levels to this thing. There's different times, and it's going to be different elevations that's going to happen in my life. It's going to be different elevations. So I know that first level of the wilderness is going to be just a level. It's going to be that starting ground. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a starting place for me. I know as I go to the next level, there's going to be this wilderness is going to get bigger, and I might have to stay longer. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I have to stay in that area longer time. I know I done found a way I done found that door opening of how to get out of the wilderness. I found that open. I said, God showed me how to get out. He opened the door for me. He showed me how to get out this time. He led me through the door. He didn't push me out the door, but he led me and showed me the right places to go, like how where I needed to go to get through and get from here to there. He showed me how to get here. But I know the next time that I go back, it's gonna take a little bit more time. It's kind of like a maze. You got a maze, and different mazes are bigger. And every level, different mazes are bigger. They all bigger. You would have seen different mazes. You'd have seen different mazes, right? You see, like when you play the game and you got the little pinball little machine. You'd have seen the big ones. You'd have seen the little ones, and you be trying to find which roadblock. You know what I'm saying? You be trying to find which how to get which way and how to get around this way and that way. It's the same way when you're in the wilderness, y'all. You be trying to find those ways and those effective ways to get out. You be trying to find those effective ways to get out. And as you grow in God, you're gonna have to go back again. When you go back again, those wilderness they get bigger and bigger. Those mazes get bigger and bigger. I mean, there's gonna be even more blocked door. There's gonna be even more times where doors gonna be shut on you. You ain't gonna be able to get out. You might even get to a door and it will shut up on you. You'll get right to a door and it'll shut right up on you. I mean, it was shut right dead on you. You get right to that door. You like, oh, this is the door right here, and you begin to walk through that door, and the shit back on you. Because what God say, this ain't the time right now. I need you to go through this. I need you to go through this. If you said you want to be an effective leader for me, I need you to go through this. I had to go through this. I sent my own son. He had to go through this. If he had to go through what that mean? Who you think you are? Who do you think you are? So I know, like I said before, when I was going through it, y'all, I was like ready to just throw in the towel. I was. I said, God, this is hard. This is hard. Like I know you called me to do this. Like you called me to do this. But why do I have to go through that? Like, why do I have to go through this situation? Like, God, what did I do? Like, what did I do? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing everything right, but I'm going through this hard. This all everything seems like every every step I take, there's a trouble here. There's a problem here, God. What, God? What do I have to do? And he began to say, do you trust me? That's all he said. He said, do you trust me? I said, God, I need more explanation than that. And I need more explanation than that, God. And all he said was, do you trust me? The whole time he said, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Do you trust me? I said, God, yes, I trust you. Yes, I trust you. So that's one thing we gotta understand here, y'all. Is God don't owe us no explanation for nothing. He don't owe us no explanation for anything. Only thing he gonna ask you is when you're going through is, do you trust me? But the enemy gonna always try to give you. He gonna try to give you all the explanation in the world. He gonna try to explain everything to you. The enemy that crafty. He gonna try to do everything he possibly can to explain to you. Oh well, this if you was doing this, then this one have to be doing this. If you were doing that, then this one have you wouldn't have to be going through this. If you were doing this, then this one happened. If you were doing this, that's how crafty the enemy is. But God, He's so powerful, y'all. He don't owe us no explanation. He don't owe us nothing. So He just said, "Do you trust me?" He sit back, all powerful as He is, and just say, "Do you trust me? Do you trust me?" But that enemy, he gonna try to do all he can to get you. He gonna try to talk to you. He gonna try to tell you. I mean, he got a whole story for you. He got a whole story for you in a half to try to pull you off, to pull you back, and stop you from being the leader that God has called you to be. And so I had to get in a place for myself to know. I had to get in a place for myself in the wilderness to know. Because remember, it's a lonely place. I couldn't come to her. I couldn't come to her for this, which I couldn't come to her. How much I know she would have tried to explain to me, even when she was going through the wilderness state, my wife was going through the wilderness state. She couldn't come to me. She couldn't come to me because that's our time. That's the time. That's something that we have to go through. If we call ourselves these leaders, these effective leaders in society, those are things that we have to go through by ourselves. That's the first and foremost thing we have to remember. I know my wife could tell you her story just as well as I can't tell you her story like she can. Because it's her story for a reason. It's her story for a reason. It's not my story. I only can tell you what happened to me when I was in the wilderness, how I had to be alone, how I had to cry out, how I had to be up by myself, how I couldn't tell nobody. I couldn't. There was nobody there but me. Only me and God. No physical body there but me and God. And I said, God, I need your help. Could you help me? And all he could say was, do you trust me? Do you trust me? I'm going to bring you through it, but I can't bring you out, son. I can't. I can bring you through it, but I can't bring you out because this is needed. This is needed for you. If you want to come up, if you want to be who God called you to be, I can't. I can't bring you out of this thing right now. I just can't. I can't do it right now. I can't. I can't do it right now. So what you gonna do? Whose side are you gonna choose? Whose side are you gonna choose? And so I chose God. I chose to stand with God. I chose to stand with God no matter what situation I had to go through, what situation I had to face. I had to stand with God. I said, God, whatever I got, I thank you. God, I thank you. If this wilderness state is where I need to be, God, then this is where I will be at because I know this is what I need right now, God, to become what you have called me to be. I know this is what I need for what you have called me to be, God. So, God, take me through it. God, go through it for you. You never have failed me. You never have left me. So, God, I trust you. And that's where we got to get in that season of trust. We got to get in that season of trust. That this it's been that faith's been everywhere. Everywhere you look at is faith, 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 faith. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta trust God, have faith in Him to know that He's doing everything for a reason in our lives. Amen. So God wants to know if we trust Him, so He can show you, so He can show up and meet you in your worst moments. So as we trust God, we gotta understand that's what He's trying to do. He's trying to know, like, if you trusted me all the way to this area in your life, then I know you ready. I know you ready. If you done lasted this long in the first stage of your wilderness season or the second stage of your wilderness season, you've lasted this long, then I can trust you. I can trust you. And I'm ready to show up and show out on your behalf. Because now I know I can trust you. You didn't like, woo, you done went through 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. You done did 40 years in the wilderness. You done done, I'm speaking prophetically right now. You done went through some things right now. I mean, you done went through it all. You done went through it all. You done spent a long time out there. And you may have gotten weary for a second, but you knew the right name to call on. You didn't call on mama. You didn't call on granddaddy. You didn't call on uncle. You didn't call on auntie. You said, God, I need you. God, I need you. I need you right now. You called on the right name when you was in the wilderness. Now here, let me elevate you. Here, me bring you out for a season. So you can minister what you've been through to people. You can minister to let people know that I met you in the worst time of your life. Now you an effective enough a leader in the first stage of your life to let people know that I've met you at your worst moments at this time. Y'all, and during these moments, y'all, we get people lying on us, people talking about us, people cheating on us, y'all. We gotta be real here. People mistreating on us, people spitting on our name. We all of this happens. Hey Shelly, how you doing? Blessings to you. All this happens in those wilderness moments. We get people who walk out of our lives who we never would thought would walk out of our lives. We call them our brothers. We call them our sisters. We call them. I mean, they were actually our real family, biological family. Walk out on you and leave you in these stages. This happens during those wilderness times, and we can't call on nobody. We can't call on nobody with a physical body to be there with us, but God. He's the only one who can help us during these trying times. But our mind, these minds that we live in, tell us that we need a person to be there to hold our hand to help us get. They was with us through the worst stages in our life. That ain't who. That ain't why. That ain't who we should have been. That ain't who we should have been giving honor to. I'm sorry. We should have been giving honor to God in the worst stages of our life. That's who brought us out, not the person that was just there with you just for that second. That ain't even a person who we should have been giving honor to. We should have been giving honor to God because He's the only one who brought us through it, who helped us through it. We got to give honor to God. He's the head of our life, y'all. And so understand that when people talk about you, lie on you, cheat on you, throw your name under dirt, push you down, all of that good stuff, spit on you, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. You need it. If you calling yourself a leader, if you want to be an effective leader, if you call yourself wanting to have a ministry, you got to go through that part. You got to go through that part. So this right here, y'all, when you are being used by God, you must go through storms. When you being used by God, you must go through storms. I swear, I said, man, so many times I wanted to throw in the towel, like, oh my God, are you serious? Not again. Oh Lord. Oh Lord God. Not again. This again. This again. And you know the difference when you're being used by God or you using yourself.
What is going on here?
Hey, you will know the difference when you're being used by God or you using yourself. Because nothing when you using yourself, we're gonna get into that a little bit. We ain't gonna go into that yet, but I'm gonna stick to this right here. Just you would know the difference when you're being used by God. Like it's just a whole different feel. You know you get no glory out of the situation. When you've been used by yourself, you feel like you giving yourself glory. You pumping yourself up. You ain't giving God no glory in this thing. You pumping yourself up. It's about you pumping yourself up. We going around here. We hear people manipulating people because they speak in tongues. They around here got the same tongues as the person they heard next door to them. Like that ain't work like that. God don't give the same person the same tongue. That don't even work like that. It don't even work that way. It don't even work like that. You can't fake what God give you. It just don't work like that. And trust me, people discernment is so keen in this season. It comes off as fake when you hear it. You can hear it. It sounds so fake and phony to you. It sounds just fake and phony in your ear. It will come off as fake and phony. So be careful with playing with God like that because it ain't about us, no way. It's about God. He knows first and foremost everything. I just got to be real. He knows it all. It ain't about uh, showing up and showing out for us. I'm just a pure man. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. I'm a nobody unless I'm operating in the things of God. Thank you, Shelly, for joining my membership. I appreciate it. Thank you, Shelly. Shelly, thank you. Woohoo! Thank you. If y'all don't have Shelly, pick her up. Please pick her up. Yes, y'all. I'm just a pure nobody. If we ain't doing what God said tells us to do, we nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're nobody. We're nobody. And that's it. But that's it, Sis James. As we grow, we know we're gonna have that discernment. And that discernment shows us. It shows us right away. Like I know, like God shows me as He's raising me up to become an effective leader. God shows. That's why I speak it out because I'm just that bold. He said, "Son, I need you to be bold for me. I don't need you to be bold for nothing else. So speak on it. Hey, whoever. It don't matter if you got one person in the church when you're speaking. Speak on it because that's what I'm telling you to do. As you be more bold for me, then guess what? I'm going to give you a more keen discernment. You're going to be able to see that thing right away because now you bold for me. You operating in the things of me. We got to stop uh faking this thing. We cannot fake this thing. This is not behind closed doors with something different. Then to me, the truest thing for me is when a person be themselves. Wow. That is the truest thing to me. When a person be who they are. Allow God to get you to that place. When you come on here, you one way, or when I see you in the streets, you a whole nother way. And then when you behind the scenes, you a whole nother way. Like that ain't how people operate. That ain't life. We gotta be who we are all the time. Like if you come around me, person gonna tell you, Joe crazy. He like to laugh, he like to joke, but he gonna tell you how much he love God. He gonna preach to you. He gonna always show you love, but he's not going to take no crap when it comes to his God. He's not going to do that, and he's going to tell you about yourself. He's going to tell you about yourself, and that's how I am everywhere. This is how I am. What you see is what you get. I cannot be no different and then come on here and I'm holier than thou when I'm on here. God knows. God knows, and I'm sorry. I love each and every one, all y'all, my sisters and brothers, but he the one that matters. He the one that matters. He comes before my wife. He comes before my wife. And that's another thing that took me a long time to realize. I had to get that in my head. He comes before my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I know nobody in the chat has nothing coming. If he don't come before my wife, nobody in the chat has nothing coming. That's what we got to get in our head, that we can't worship other people. So we are trying to, when we're trying to, when I want to say the word I want to use here, when we're trying to make ourselves look good in front of other people, we're actually worshiping them. We're actually worshiping them. You think about that, y'all, because we're trying to make ourselves feel good through them. We're trying to make ourselves feel good through them. You feel that? You understand that? We're actually trying to make ourselves feel good through them, y'all. And we cannot do that. We cannot do that. The only person who can make us feel good is God. That's it. Can't no man help us. They can't stop. They can't do anything to make us feel good. Hey, God could send somebody to make us feel good for that, for a season. But God is the truth and only living God who can help us feel good at that moment. Amen.
Amen.
So, storms you see and some only you know about. Hold on, let me see. I wrote that. Okay. Okay. So one thing we have to know, y'all, is that when we're being used by God, you must deal with storms, and you also have to deal with storms you see and some only you know about. So you have to deal with the storms that you see and ones that you don't know about when you being when you being a when you are being an effective leader. So let me explain that. So you have to deal with the situation that you physically see, that everybody physically sees, and you also have to deal with your inner storms and other people's inner storms when you being an effective leader, y'all. The ones that people don't know about, you have to be able to discern. You have to be able to discern and be able to help them through their problems, be able to help them through their situations with the words that's coming out of your mouth. So as you discern, uh, God will give you what you need to help you and other people. Another thing, y'all, and this one right here just really like kind of kicked me in the face a little bit when I read this because I was like, wow, God. You know how many times I had to do this? And I was like, man, why God right now? Like right now, like it's hard for me to read this one because it was so true. Yeah. So when we're going through that isolation, those storm moments, the wilderness moments, guess what we got to be able to do as effective leaders? We got to be able to minister through those moments. Since Brittany, since Brittany said, I saw the title and I almost didn't come in because I knew you would be cutting folk here. I'm not trying to cut no folk. I'm just trying to let people know here because this is a thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is a thing, y'all. And this is crazy to me. I need your input on this one a little bit because I want to know. I want you to tell me if you ever had to go through this moment. Because for me, this was a tough one for me. I had to minister through the storm I was going through, y'all. Because I was called by God. God called me to be one of His mouthpieces. I had to minister through the storm that I was going through. I had to minister through the situation I was going through, being hurt, being just physically not in the right place, mentally not in the right place. I had to minister through that thing. I had to minister to people. I had to minister to people. I'm talking about on a daily basis. God was having me in a place of ministry, ministering here and there. If it wasn't through song, it was in a word. If it wasn't through a word, it was just encourage, just to encourage somebody. That's what an effective leader has to do, y'all. Y'all got to take that into aspect right there. That right there is a biggie right there in the half. Can you minister through your own storm? Can you be an effective minister through your own storm without breaking down, without falling out, without all of this stuff? Hey, Free Hanley, welcome in. How you doing? Can you minister through your own storm? Can you? Can you? If you call yourself to be an effective leader, and I'm talking about not just because we there is titles to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you be an effective leader, y'all? We have to be. We have to be. We have to be an effective leader, y'all. We have to be. Y'all, there was times that I would be on here. I actually woke up one morning. This is a clear book. And I messaged my niece Gigi. I messaged her. I was supposed to minister on her channel one morning, and I woke up and I woke up sick in my body. And I told her, I said, niece, I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, Uncle Joe, you want to go forward? And I said, God said, yep, you got to, y'all. And you talking about how God showed up not only for me but for the people, y'all. He not only for me, he showed up for the people as well. By the time I got done with that live, it was so many breakthroughs in the chat. There was so much deliverance in the chat. It was so many things. It was so many people in the chat was like, I needed this morning. I needed this. This was for me. I needed this morning. I needed this right here. And I felt like my body just had I was just totally healed. I was totally healed. But I was obedient. You had to be obedient too. I had to come into agreement with God to know that you remember that? You remember that? Shut it down that day. I was sick in my body. I'm telling you, I had a headache. I was throwing up that morning. But God said, will you do it? Will you do it for me? Will you minister through the storm? Can you minister through the storm that I'm taking you through? That's what I took that as. I took that as a situation of, can you minister through this storm? You got anything to say about that? Have you ever had to minister through a storm?
Now that I can think
Not you can think about your hand. Like, I had to really minister through a storm, y'all. It was rough. Not only that, I just use that as a YouTube. But there have been many times I had to step behind a pulpit, hurt by people, and not show that to people, not show that I have been hurt by people. I had to show that standing behind a pulpit as a pastor, like as a youth pastor, standing behind a pulpit and can't show that. I can't show that to the people that I'm hurt. I can't do that. I can't put that out there. There you go, Shelly, right there. God is not going to have you do something that he doesn't know you can't handle. Sometimes we think I can't handle this, but we have to know that God always, wow, that's good, Shelly. Wow, that gave me chills. That was good right there. That's it right there. Foremost, that's it right there. He's not going to have you do nothing that you can't handle. He's not. The only thing he asking you to do is just trust him. Trust him that you can handle it. And that's what we got to get in our mind to become these effective leaders in society, and so that we can make changes. So we can make changes and bring people to God. We got to keep that in our mind as we keep our faith in God. We can do big things, y'all. We can do big things because people will see our faith level and be like, wow, they got that much faith in God. He doing that much in their life. Then I can do it too. Are you hot? Huh? Then I can do it too. A little bit. So y'all, another thing that we have to do, y'all, we have to be capable of handling warfare. We have to be capable of handling warfare. Okay? This is one of the things right here. Another thing that people don't want to do that deal with that one either. That's one thing. No, Lord, I stay in worship. I'm gonna stay out of the warfare zone. Just keep me in worship. I can't. I can't handle the warfare. That's too much for me right there. Mm-mm. No, no, no. I can't. I can't. I can't handle the beatings and the backbiting and I can't handle all of it. I can't handle the sick being sick. I can't handle this. All these trials and tribulations I can't. I'm going through. I can't handle not being able to pay my bills right now. I can't handle. I can't handle. I can't handle. I cannot handle. That's the we say. I can't. 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 As you notice, I say right there. Everything is I can't, and that's what our. That's what get. That what. That's the thing that gets on our lips when it's time to handle that warfare.
Yeah.
You know, warfare is rough. Woo! I'm telling you, warfare but make me hot. I get hot thinking about it. Woo wee! That's probably why I got hot. Cause boy, if you don't know what warfare is, please go and read on it. Go read about it. Warfare, woo wee! I tell you, boy, you got to know, man. Cause I'm telling you, when you going through warfare, nobody can fix it. So you can't go to your friend, your neighbor house, your cousin, your brother, your auntie, your uncle. They can't fix none of that. They can't fix none of that. They can't do any of that, Lord. They cannot fix any of that. Some of you know that now. When you're going through that situation, that warfare situation, can't nobody fix it. So you can't go to somebody if you want to be this effective leader. I'm telling you about here. You saying all my ministry, I'm a leader. I got a ministry. I'm telling you, watch what you say because this is what's something you have to go through. Warfare is a must. Uh, always bring me back to when I think about it is Job. I think about Job because woo wee, and we ain't had to go through half of what Job went through. Lord have mercy. Could you imagine? We just be going through part of what he going through. But he said, Lord, though you slay me, yet will I trust you. He said, I will trust you in any situation that you put me through, God. Am I shut? I will trust you through any situation that you put me through. Y'all, you said that warfare is for you. God uses trial develop traits within us. We must endure to yes, we must endure to the end, but can you handle it? Can you handle the warfare? That's the thing. The warfare is for you, but if you call yourself an effective leader, you got to go through that warfare. You got to go through it. That warfare is for you, but he ain't gonna give it to you unless you start speaking out of your mouth who you are and what you said you gonna do. That's Bible. You talking about who you are, cause you ain't gonna get no warfare if you serving the devil. You ain't gonna get none at all. You ain't gonna get none at all. You ain't gonna get none of that. If you giving the devil glory, what you gonna get? You ain't gonna get none of that, is you? You don't get absolutely nothing. You be having the time of your life. We gotta be real with ourselves. When you out there serving the devil, you be having a time of your life. You ain't gotta go through none of that, none of that. You ain't gotta go through none of that. Can you handle the warfare? Can you handle it? You be having the time of your life. Y'all, I'm telling you, and I know y'all always hear me say this, but there is never a time when you serving the devil, when you doing the things that's not of God, that it ain't fun. Name something. Name something that ain't fun. Name something that ain't fun. The second you say, I'm serving God, what happens? What happened? Everything breaks loose. You say, oh Lord, what doesn't happen here? Lord, I'm serving God. I'm trying to get out here and speak your word. I'm trying to tell people about you. Lord, wouldn't this just be an easy thing for me? I think this would be like an easy road that I would have to walk. I thought this would be easy because I'm serving you now. I don't have to. Why is my got a disconnect? I didn't have a disconnect when I was out there stripping. We gotta be real here. I didn't have no disconnect when I was out there stripping. I did not gave it to you now, Lord. I done put my clothes on. I done came in and kept my clothes on. Now I got a disconnect notice.
Wow. Jesus.
I got a disconnect notice. I ain't never had no disconnect notice.
Wow.
I ain't never had one.
Mm-mm.
Now I done put all my clothes back on. I done come in and got me a regular job.
Wow.
Got me the right job, the job that you done gave me. I'm even making decent money. It still ain't enough. Some still come along to try to distract me. Distract me. A bill come along. Look, one of them hospital bills show up. They come along and they what's the word I want to do? What they do? Take your money out of your account before it gets you. What's that called? They garnish you.
Wow.
You get garnished out of nowhere. They ain't never garnished none of that stripper money you had. Never. Never garnished none of that money.
Oh my God.
You ain't never had none of that garnish ever in your life. They come along. As soon as I got this job, I got a job making $30 an hour. They come along, know that this $30 an hour I got is I got to take care of my kids with. I got to pay my rent. I got to pay my bills. I got this car note. I got this car note. I got this to pay for. I got that to pay for. And it's enough. But here comes this garnishment right now to take all half of it. And now when I get done, we ain't gonna have enough to eat. I ain't gonna have enough. I got enough just to pay the bill. I got enough just to pay the car note. Or either or vice versa. But we can't eat this month. This is a part, y'all, again, this is part of that wilderness stage right here. This is a part of this wilderness stage right here. This is some things you have to endure right here. When you decide you're going to serve God, when you decide you're going to be an effective leader. I got to go eat at the food pantry, and I got to go, and people got to see me come in this food pantry and get food, knowing I make $30 an hour. Wow. I got to take my kids here, and they're going to watch us walk in, and I make $30 an hour. But I got to decide that it's the food, because I got to choose the food, because I can't get this car back. Wow. Or I can't get my kids to school, or I can't keep this job.
Wow.
I can't keep this. I had to give up the food, because the food, at least if I can go out, we can go to the soup kitchen and eat one day. We can go to food pantry and get us a few items to last a few months, few days, and we might be able to maneuver around. So I had to choose the food to go through. So now this is a part of this wilderness stage I got to go through now. Wow, people gonna see me.
Wow.
People they gonna talk about me. They're gonna say a lot of bad things about me. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be, well, look at them. They drive up here in a Mercedes, and they drove up here in a nice car, decent looking car, and they ain't got no food at home. She drove here with her kids, and they ain't got no food at home, not knowing their circumstances at all. But that's the part of that wilderness stage that we got to go through. And that's the part that we have to trust God. We got to lean on God. We can't go off on people. We can't act a fool. We got to have faith in God and know that He gonna fix that situation. Know that that He gonna take us through it, but not bring us out of it. That's the part that we have to always keep in our mind. That He gonna take us through it, but we can't come out of it at this time. We can't come out of it at this time. We gotta go through this thing. It's a must that we go through this thing, especially, first and foremost, if we're going to be effective leaders. So, when you are a builder, aka leader, you got to deal with loneliness. I'm always going to take you back to this. When you are a builder, aka leader, you must deal with loneliness. It's a must. It's a must. And I know y'all, I hear y'all spirit. I know y'all saying, he up there telling us all this stuff and he ain't gave us no examples. Here's the example for you. Let me tell you one example. Joseph, 14 years trapped in a dark, dingy hole. Only people was there was a forgettable wine bearer and a baker. He didn't know who them people was. He had to go through that situation by himself. That was a part of his wilderness moment for him to come out. But guess what he do throughout the whole time? He trusted God the whole time. He knew where he was going. He knew that he was going to be the ruler of everything. He knew that his brothers was going to bow down at his feet. He knew all of this. He knew all of this because guess what? He trusted God. He trusted God. He didn't trust you. He didn't trust me. He didn't trust them the wine bearer or the baker that was in there with him. He trusted God 100%. He trusted God throughout it all. He trusted God. I know you're saying it's great. Give me another one that had to go in the wilderness. Well, let's see. Second person here is Moses. So in his early years, he spent most of his years in a creed basket on the Nile. You don't think he was a lonely baby?
Wow.
He was a lonely baby. Lonely baby had to spend his years by himself. That was God developing him then.
Wow.
When he was just out there floating on that river, on that Nile, he was just floating, just the floating. God was developing him then. He was being developed then, just going through that development process then. And he also had to spend 40 days on the mountain. 40 days on the mountain. He had to. He was writing the Torah. Yes, on the mountain. And so, you don't think he was lonely up there by himself? Y'all don't think he was lonely up there by himself? He was, even though he knew what he was doing it for, and the intentions he was doing it for, he was lonely. 40 days and 40 nights by yourself, he was lonely. He was lonely. He was very much lonely. He was like, man, like this, I'm by myself. You know, what do I do? I'm by myself up here, and I know I got to do the things of God, but I'm by myself. But that was his place that God was developing him, man. That was his place. You see how much wisdom when he came down from the mountain, how he looked. Remember when he went up there, he went up to the mountain and he had no grays in his hair. He had like very few. Y'all remember that? It was like very, very few grays in his hair when he first went up to the mountain. I mean, very few. As the time went on, you can see like wisdom, how God was just steady elevating him. He was steady elevating him. He was elevating him, elevating him, elevating him. And you could see his hair start to grow, and he started to get a little bit of gray in his hair. But when he came down from the mountains, I mean, his hair was long, and he was just fully. I mean, he was so. I mean, he had all the wisdom in the world. He just glowed. You could see the glow on him because he had went through that wilderness process, and he had went through everything that God took him through everything that he needed to elevate him, and you could see the elevation on his life. You could see it give me chills to think about it. You could see the elevation on his life. And that's how he do us when he take us through those wilderness moments. You come out of that thing and people say, oh, girl, you glowing. Oh, boy, you look really good. Like, man, you looking pretty good. Like, man, you look different. It's something about you.
Wow.
Did you lose weight? You like, man, I ain't lost a pound. But it's something about you. It's something about you. Look at you. It's something about you. Like, I don't know what it is, but something about you. My, it's something about you. some of you glowing, and you don't even tell them. You say, "Ooh, I've been in a place." You be thinking in your head, "Man, I've been in a place," and if they only knew,
Mm.
but it ain't for you to tell them.
My God.
It ain't for you to tell them. It ain't for you to tell them. Don't release everything in the season.
Jesus.
It ain't for you to tell them because everybody wilderness moment gonna be different than the
Okay,
next.
okay, okay.
So as we go on here, let's talk about Jeremiah.
Mhm.
Jeremiah had to endure absence of his family, being hated by society,
Wow.
removed from all social events. Now, if that ain't wilderness, I don't know what it is.
Wow.
If that ain't having to deal with loneliness, I don't know what it is. That I mean, he had to. That's complete. It says he had to endure absence of his family. He was hated by society and removed from all social events. So God said, I need you to be by yourself right now so you can hear from me. If you're gonna go to this next level in your life, I gotta remove you. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. And I know some of us have been family. Some people family have been removed from our life. I know family have been removed from my life, and I just take it as all God. It's all God. God want to do something different in my life, so this is all God. If God wants to remove those people out of my life, who am I? Who am I, little old me, to say what's right or what's wrong? If He want to remove them out of my life, God, do what you do. I cannot. I'm in that place, but you got to get to that place too. You got to get to that place because at first it hurt it. Oh, it hurt it. Oh man, it hurt it. It hurt it so bad. I said, "Oh God, like man, that was my friend, that was my family." Like he said, but they ain't ready like you is. They're not ready like you are.
Wow, wow.
If you are you ready? What you gonna do? You ready?
Mm.
Is you ready? Like you questioning me like you ain't ready. Is you ready? You done told me you ready, but your actions ain't speaking like they ready. Your actions ain't speaking like they ready. And that's what we gotta do. Right here, we could speak anything out of his mouth, y'all. We can speak anything out of his mouth, but our actions gotta show it. Our actions have to show it. So I'm telling you this now. If you say you have a ministry, if you say you are a gift, if you say you are a ministry gift, if this and that and other, and you start to claim these things, when this wilderness state come in your life, don't run. Don't run now because you got to go through it if you want it. Now you can buy you. Hey, if you can, if you feel like you can't do it, you got to bail. You got to bail to say it's not my season right now. It just ain't my season right now. I ain't saying go out and act a fool. I ain't saying none of that, but it's going to hurt y'all. It's going to hurt. It's gonna hurt real bad. And I ain't trying to scare nobody. I'm not trying to do any of that. It's going to hurt. It is. It is not going to be a good feeling. None of that is. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to feel good. It's not. It's not. And I'm just speaking from experiences. And y'all, last but not least, Jesus. He spent 40 days in the desert with no food, all while being tempted by Satan. Y'all hear that? So he had to spend time in the wilderness. He couldn't eat naturally. He couldn't eat naturally for 40 days and 40 nights. All while, at least if we gotta fast from some things, at least we ain't got people there trying to put it in our face and putting big huge plates of food in our face. He had Satan came along and gave him. I could see them big steaks and stuff Satan was putting in his. I can see it right now. The big steaks and potatoes he was putting out there in the wilderness, trying to give. Ain't a liquor place to cook no steak and potatoes. He done got one steak, potatoes, fried chicken, mashed potatoes. He got it all out there. French fries, cheeseburgers, all. The temptation, temptation. Could we go through that? Can we go through that? Is that what we are? We willing to go through that to be an effective leader? Are we willing to go through that to be an effective leader? Are we?
Are we willing to go through that to be an effective leader? Can we handle that? Like, I know that's like tough. Can we handle that to be an effective leader? Um, so we have to understand wilderness where we grow in wisdom. God equips us with the tools to be able to handle different situations in the wilderness. So He gives us those tools that we need to be able to handle certain situations and certain things while we're going through that wilderness stage in our life. So those tools that we may be able, if our ministry is called to kids, He's going to give us those effective tools in every stage of the wilderness to help us be able to elevate not only our elevate ourselves, but we're going to be able to help elevate whoever that we speak in life into. So He's going to give us those tools, those effective tools to help. So here, y'all, I'm gonna shift here a little bit, and then we're gonna get out of here. Um, so one thing we have to remember as a leader that this is not about you. Um, it's not about you. Not about you at all. I am youth pastor Joe, and that's who I am. That's what I don't know where I'm at. I don't have it around here, but my license is around here somewhere. I am youth pastor Joe, and I do have my license somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but I'll get it for y'all another day. I am, but it's not about me. It never was about me. Um, God gave me this gift to be able to help somebody else. This ain't about me at all. Like this ain't about. This is not. You don't take leadership and try to make it about you. You may tell you the greatest thing about being a leader that I found about being a leader. It is this is my greatest thing right here is about being a leader is that I can serve people. I love serving people. God, oh, I love it. I absolutely love it that I'm a servant first. That's my biggest thing about being a leader. I love being a servant first, y'all. That's what a leader is. Effective leader knows how to serve first and foremost. If you don't know how to serve, you can't be no leader. It just don't work that way. You have to learn how to be an effective leader. And the leadership servants is the greatest leader of all leaders. I'm telling you. Like if you can get down to a level, yo, I'm telling you. I don't care what it takes for whatever God calls me to do at that given time, I feel like I can handle it. I can handle the situation enough to do it. If He said, "Hey, I need you to clean this bathroom for your church," hey, I'm a leader. Let's get it done. If I gotta vacuum the church, hey, you're a leader. Let's get it done. That's what effective leaders do. They jump in position when they're not being filled.
Oh my
That's what
God.
effective leaders do. So you don't, as a leader, you don't sit on your behind and wait
Okay.
on it to be done. You jump in because I was taught that by a great man of God, Apostle Willie Davis. I've watched this man preach, play drums, play keyboard, and he don't play keyboard, he don't play drums, but he step into those positions
Mm-hmm.
when they need to be filled. I watched him clean the bathroom. I watched him drive the church van.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him usher. I watched him do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
While being an apostle at
Mm-hmm.
the same time. So where I look at it is when there is a position that's unfilled as a leader, I'm supposed to step in and fulfill that position.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody believes that, but that's what a leader does. A leader jumps in position and fill that position when it needs to be filled. Um, it's so ironic. Like I we didn't have a drummer, and we didn't have a drummer like a couple weeks ago, and I led a worship song, but I played drums in the middle while I was playing that worship song because we didn't have a drummer. I said, well, I my apostle had to preach that week, and he said, "Do you want me to play?" I said, "No, that's not you're not supposed to do that when you preach. I want you to stay under God's covering
Mm-hmm.
that whole time. You go in and do what you got to do because you got to bring us something. You got to bring me what we need." So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play drums and do this thing. I'm gonna work this thing, and that's what effective leaders do. So we might have to preach, we might have to prophesy, we might have to pray, but we might also have to clean the bathroom. We might also have to drive the church van. We might also have to usher.
That's what effective leaders do. So I'm gonna give you these few things of a quality of being a great leader, y'all. And these coming right from the Bible, y'all. And these coming right from the Bible. This right here is the truth. This coming from the Bible. Um, Leaders are humble servants, very very humble servants. Um, and I'm gonna read Luke 22 and 26. It says, "But not so with you, rather let the greatest among you become as the youngest, and the leader as one who serves." Y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear that? What I said? But not so with you. Rather, let the greatest among you become as the youngest, and the leader as one who serves. So that's saying right there. If you can't serve, you ain't what? You got to be willing to serve. You got to be willing to serve. That's Luke 22 26. If you need to know. You hear that? Another thing a leader has to do is they do not tolerate wrongdoing. One thing that I don't do is I don't tolerate wrongdoing.
Oh my gosh.
I don't do the wrongdoing.
Okay.
When I call it how I see it. You see, I call it how I see it. If it's wrong, then I got to call you out on it. That's just who I am. That's who God called me to be. I can't sit up. I can't sit up there and let you water down God like that, and I don't call you out on it. I'm going to. I can't let you water down His words, especially. It's not going to work like that. I'm just don't. It don't work like that. And if you need scripture to back that up, we can go to Proverbs 16 and 12. It's an abomination to the kings to commit wickedness,
Oh my God.
for the throne is established by righteousness.
Oh, Jesus.
So we do not tolerate wrongdoing. I'm sorry, we just do not do that.
Jesus.
So a lot of people say, "Oh, you're judgmental because you don't tolerate that." I'm sorry, but that's just not me. I don't, and I know a lot of people understand that. Um, Another thing about effective leader is honest and open. You have to be honest. I'm honest about where I come from.
You're right. You gotta be honest and open.
You do. I'm honest about where I come from. I want people to know where I come from because my story can help change your life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My story can help change your life. Where I come from, change. Yeah, wow. If you did that, I ain't even in the work position as you are. So if you did that, that let me know I can come through this too. I can come through this too. If you came out of it, I can come through that too. We got to be honest and open. You want the scripture for that? We can go to Psalms 43 and 3. Send forth your light and your truth. Let them guide me. Let them bring me to your holy mountain, to the place where you dwell. Amen. The next one, 4, is that as leaders, we make rules that people will be glad to follow. So one thing we have to do as a leader, we can't get all high on our horse and start making all these big old huge rules like make people feel like we so inferior and we so on top of the world. That ain't what a leader does. That's not what a leader does. We don't do that. We're not supposed to make people feel like they don't want to follow us. That's not what leaders do. We got some effective leaders in here. We know that. That's not what we're supposed to do as leaders. We're not. We want people to follow us. And we want people to follow us. We can't come with all these outlandish rules. Like, I mean, we got to make sure every rule that we have aligns with what God wants us to do in our life, most definitely. But we can't just come up with rules to make it where we're benefiting from things. Oh God, that right there. Make it where we become where we're benefiting from it. That's not what this is about. We can't do that. That's not. And usually, if you want that, that is Psalms 119:35. It reads, "Direct me in a path of your commands, for there I find delight." One thing about me as a leader, I protect my people. I protect my youth 100%. Um, I protect them. Whatever they're going through, whatever situation that they have at that time, I ain't gonna let nobody come in and talk about it. I can't do that. That ain't what this is about. I gotta protect them. That's my job as a leader over them. Is to protect them. Make sure that they're doing what they need to be doing. Make sure that they don't that nobody come in and try to hurt and damage their character. I'm not gonna let that happen as a leader over them. So that's one thing we don't, as people, want to stand up, want to say, "Oh, they ain't none of our business." Well, if God called you to do that, then it is your business. It is your business. I'm sorry, it is your business. Because if we believe what's right, we're gonna say what's right. It ain't about keeping nobody as our friend. None of that. I promise you, God's called me to do things. And I love my mama with the best of me. Like my mom is always been in my corner and she been there for me. But when it comes to me doing my ministry and me being over these youth, if my mom got something negative to say about it, I'm gonna tell her she wrong. I'm gonna tell her she wrong, and I'm gonna tell her in a godly way, Mom, that ain't the right way you do things. Because I've been called to protect them. I've been called to protect them, and that's what we got to do. We got to protect them. Don't be afraid to lose people. When people walk out of your life, when God has called you to do something, you got to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it, and you got to be effective at doing it. And then we can go to Psalms 139:10, where it says, "Even there shall thy hand, even there, thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me." And that's Psalms 139:10. And another thing we got to do, y'all, when we're leaders, is we have to be merciful and compassionate. We have to be merciful and compassionate towards the people that we over. When they come to us with our problems, y'all, we can't just go down their throats. They're not going to understand that. They're not going to understand that at all. If we just go down their throats just because they come, they're not going to understand that. And I'm not just speaking on kids because we're over kids and we're also over young people who we do young marriage counseling too as well. We do a lot of that as well. So we have a lot of young people that's in relationships come to us, and we help them, get through their problems. So we can't tell, we can't go down their throat and try to make them feel like they're uh, beneath us or below us or none of that. We have to. God has equipped us with a gift to handle that because we went through that situation that they went through. So He equipped us with a gift to show them, look, this is where I'm at. Man, that was you. You was me. That's our only job. That's our only job, and to help pray them through the situation and just show them what God told us. That's it. But we have to be compassionate and merciful. We cannot just go down their throats and make them feel like they're nobodies. Next one, y'all. They do not make sure that we do not tempt people to do evil. So, y'all, we cannot, as leaders, try to use our leadership as ability to um, lead people into darkness because we can. We can take our leadership and try to make money off of it. We can use this leadership and try to make money off of it, and that ain't even it. That's pure evil. Pure evil. Every time you give a word, you ask for a seed afterwards. We got to be real about this thing. We cannot use this. No, 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 no. So one thing we have to do, y'all, as leaders, we have to be knowledgeable. So what that's saying is and mindful. So one thing we have to do is we have to stay in our word. We have to read our word all the time. We got to get some things in so when people come to us for certain things, we can be able to give them answers that they need to help them. If we're not knowledgeable of the situations, uh, then we can't give them no explanations or no nothing to help encouraging them to help them get through their situation. We have to be knowledgeable and mindful. We can't everything we that we preach can't just be us. It has to come from a place. It has to come from the Bible. We get in here and we call ourselves preachers and we just be rumbling off. Don't even be saying nothing. Every word that you say, every word that you done brought is the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's not supposed to be that way. As leaders, we got to make sure we stay in our word. We got to make sure we stay in our word. We got to make sure we going before God in fasting and in prayer so He can give us revelation and He can give us our assignments We got all of that. All of that. We got to make sure we're doing that. That's where we get our knowledge from, y'all. And make sure we lead peacefully. Peacefully. We lead peacefully and we lead in godliness, y'all. We can't lead. We can't lead with, hey, Kara, how you doing? Blessings. Hey, James, guy. Blessings to you. We must lead peacefully and we must lead with godliness, y'all. We cannot lead with ungodly. They're not gonna understand it. They're gonna be like, man, they just like me. I don't gotta lead. I don't have to. How they gonna lead me? And I'm basically leading them. That's messed up right there. This ain't even working for me. They all messed up. They ain't even peaceful. They all in a place where they all messed up. I can't listen to that. They all yelling and they all wild. They ain't even in a peaceful place. How can I be led by that when all they do is yell and they always uh they're not peaceful? What's wrong? Help them. Then nobody gonna listen to us like that. And y'all, our words have to be respectful. We have to be respectful. We can't come and down in people. We can't be make people feel real bad about what they're going through. We have to be respectful, y'all. We have to be respectful. Be very respectful in everything we do. I do not want to ever come here and make nobody feel like I'm King Tut or somebody and they like beneath me. No, my words are encourage you just to be better, just as I want to be better. That's what this is about. And one thing we have to always remember that as a leader, we have to be hardworking. We can't sit back and then wait. It's not supposed to be people waiting on us hand and foot. That's not what it is. Of course, people are going to honor us as leaders. We're going to get that honor and reverence as leaders because that's where God has elevated us to. But they don't never tell us to stop working. That ain't never what it told us to do. That ain't never what it told us to do. We supposed to keep working for God's kingdom, keep trying to build God's kingdom, keep trying to do more and more as we can to build, to do the things of God. That's what we're supposed to do, y'all, as effective leaders. Be hard working, never stop. Because the harder we work, the more people we can pull people to God. We can get them to God. We can show them how good God is if we just keep working hard, trying to push them into perfection. Another thing, y'all, is we have to be good advisors around them. We have to be good advisors around them, y'all. We have to give them good sound advice. We cannot just give them anything just to get them out of our face. We have to give them advice that's gonna help them, gonna help them get them out of the situation that they are going through. Help, but most and foremost, y'all, we have to give them advice that lead them back to God. It can't be from our flesh. We got to give them advice that lead them back to God because we're only just God's mouthpiece. But first and foremost, we always have to lead them back to God. You got to go to God for this. Well, God told me this, but He's telling me that you need to really seek Him in this area. You can give Him, like I said, give Him your testimony, do all of that. But the main and foremost thing is don't forget to lead them back to God. So, y'all, one thing we have to do, we have to be faithful leaders who work based on love. Remember, love covers everything. Love covers all of everything. So, if we loving y'all, we can love people through anything, through any situation, through any obstacle. Love covers a multitude of all things, y'all. So long as we loving people, we're in the right position. That's what leaders have to do. We have to love, 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 love. No matter if we're hurt, we have to love. No matter if we have went through a trial and a tribulation, we have to love. Love is the biggest thing a leader have to do. Okay, y'all. So we have to serve. I talked about this earlier. We have to serve and not be greedy for money. We have to be can be greedy for money. And we also, guys, we have to lead by example. So what we do, people will see. If they see us living this godly life, like I said before, y'all, this is what you get with me, right here. When I get off camera, I ain't no different. I don't be cussing. I don't be doing none of that. All that extra stuff. It ain't party time when I get off here. It ain't time for me to go have me a blunt. It ain't time for me to drink. It ain't time for me to cuss out my wife. It ain't time for me to do nothing. When I get off of here, it's time for me to do just like I'm doing right here to y'all. Y'all do this on a daily basis everywhere I go. And this is what God has called me to do. And I enjoy doing what I do. I so enjoy what I do, enjoy doing what I do. I do. I so enjoy being an example of God. Like I just do. I do. I love this. I love this life. Even though I got to go through a lot for it, I love it. I wouldn't have it no other way. I wouldn't have it no other way. So we got to be example. We got to lead by example. We got to lead by example. And so one thing we got to have as leaders, we got to have skills and integrity. We got to have skills and integrity, y'all. We got to have skills and integrity. But we got to have some things. We got to have the skills to be able to help people through their situations. Sometimes we got to have the skills to build. That's a skill in itself, y'all. We got to have some skills to build. Because this is the thing right here. Far as ministry, if you can't build, you have nothing. I know for me, I'm not in the right position to lead if I can't get nobody to come. If I can't get nobody to want to follow me, then I'm not doing something right. I'm doing something wrong. If I can't get you to follow me, then I'm doing something wrong. It's got to be something that I'm doing wrong, and people around you know it. They know it. We used to have a situation where a person that was going to our ministry would be so different at church compared to out of church, and people would see it, and they would always come to me as like, "Oh, how are you the minister at your church?" And I always say, "Well, in timing, God got His place for him." My apostle never knew none of that stuff. That wasn't my place to do. But God knows His timing where He will reveal everything. It's not Joe McLeod God's job to do any of that. And so, in God's timing, let God do that. That's not your job. You have integrity and just work your skill. You have nothing to do with that. So, y'all, one thing we have to do, we have to be a good role model for everyone. And that's the last one, y'all. We have to be a good role model. Again, as we walk this life, people looking at us. They're looking at our walk and they want to see if our walk is true. They want to see if this is just a front that we putting on. Is this fake that we doing? Is this fake? Is this walk fake? Because it looked fake to me. Is that tongues they speaking fake to me? Because that looked fake to me. Like people can see that, y'all. People can see that. I'm sorry. It's easily seen. It's easily seen. Cause it just don't flip overnight like that. It don't flip overnight. It takes time. It takes time. And so for 1 second if we 1 second we could be just uh we don't got the gifts of tongues one day, and then the next day we do. Nope. Not me, sir. I'm sorry. My discernment too keen. I know. I'm sorry. I watch and I see people, and I know. I know. And I'm just using that as an example. I ain't speaking on nobody or talking about nobody. That's just an example, a small example. We gotta be examples, y'all. We have to be examples of leadership, and you got to be able to go through things if you want to be a leader. You have to go through things if you want to be a leader. It's tough. Yeah, yeah, Sis Jane. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. But it's the truth. It is the truth. Anyhow, where the people want to realize we can't be like other people. We have to be our own personal self. Like we have to be our own personal self. We do. We gotta get in the season where we're not trying to be like everybody else. We have to be like us. We have to be the best leader that God has called us to be. And if he, like I said, I keep using this, but if he ain't called us to speak in tongues, if we don't, we ain't at that place yet. Keep going. God, hey, keep going. But don't fake it till you make it. Don't fake it till you make it in the things of God. We can't fake it till we make it in the things of God. It don't work that way. It worked that way in the world, but it don't work that way in the things of God. We gotta let God elevate us and build us up until we get to that place. He gonna take us to that place. But when God see you faking, He not gonna do that for you. He's not gonna. He not in the faking and making ministry. He not, and He's watching. He's watching us every day to know if we either gonna be truthful or if we gonna be truthful or if we gonna be fake. If we gonna be fake, and I use the word fake because that's truly what it is. That's truly what it is. It's fake. It is. We cannot be fake. I want to be original. Nobody can beat me being me. I cannot beat you being Sis Jane. I can't beat you being Minister Music Terrence Trower. I can't beat y'all doing that. I can't beat you being God's girl. You God's girl. He set you apart for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. That's not who I'm called to be. I can't be you. I can't be you, Pastor Dan. I can't. That's not who I'm called to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not called to be nobody but me. I'm my own individual leader that God birthed me. He birthed me to be this way. He birthed me to be this loudmouth, bold person who like to have fun, that laugh, joke, but at the same time, he gonna tell you about the things of God, and he gonna tell you to stop fronting. And he gonna use his words. God gave me this slang for a reason. I said, God, why you didn't give me the big words? I want to use the big words like everybody else be using. I don't want to talk like this. See, I said talk. I didn't even say speak. And but I don't want to speak like this. I said, God, well, I can't. I want to use the big terminology and all the big words. And I know those words. I'm an educated guy. I said, God, why I wanna be all like that. And I used to try to be like that, y'all. I used to try to be like that. Behind the pulpit, I got a message that was absolutely bombed it because I try to be something that I ain't. I try to be something that I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I try to be something that I wasn't. This is who I am. So when I get behind the pulpit, this is what I do right here. I want to do, and it proves it because my pastor goes, son, after I preached that message, and that was a long time ago, he come up to me, he said, son, what was you trying to do? And I said, I don't know. I was just young in the den. I was like, I don't know. He said, why you wasn't being you? I said, I don't know. I thought I was being me. I said, I thought I was being me. He said, no, you wasn't. He said, son, I need you to be you. Next time you get, I need you to be you. I don't need all them big fancy words and all this big terms. I don't understand that myself. I said, okay, we laughed about it. And from that time on, I've just been me. I got to be me, my own authentic self. And so this is me. This is who you get. You see, this is who you get. And Bro Brandon said, great word, Virgil. I feel like God always called me to it, a righteous leader, but I was scared of the pressure. Yeah, the pressure is something else, man. The pressure is something else. It's definitely something else. It's a lot more pressure to it. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I mean, it's the beginning. You're in the very beginning of your stage. Woo, it's a lot more to come. It's a lot more to this life. Woo, a lot more to this thing right here. Man, man, man. I can tell you over this last 7, 8 years, whew, the ups and the downs. I remember when I first went through it, I was like, oh my God, what is this? I quit. Where's the towel at? I quit. Is there an I quit button? Is there an I quit button? Because I want to quit, Lord. Ain't nobody got no button you can hit that you can eject yourself from? Because I want to quit. Sis Jane, would you tell him? Sis Jane. Sis Jane, I wish I could highlight that. I ain't on the right thing right now. But ooh, right there, that speaks volume. The road to righteousness is a lonely road a lot of time. Ooh, you better tell him. You better tell him right there. That right there is just the beginning. Woo! I'm telling you right there, sis. Right there, that one. Babe. Babe, you better tell him. Woo! I'll do it. Make me hot. Good God Almighty. That right there. Telling you, it is. And the thing is, you can't call on nobody. You can't. You gotta deal with that thing. You gotta deal with that thing. Woo! Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Tell him, Sister Jane, tell him. We are not made to fit in, and if we do, I feel we need to check ourselves. The Bible says to set ourselves apart. May we not always try to fit in. That's it right there. That's it. And my wife said, no anointing in imitation. That is the truth. Ooh. That's it. That's what Terrence says, no anointing in imitation. Ooh. That's the truth.
We try to imitate, there's no anointing in it.
It sure ain't. Ain't no anointing in that. Not at all, Terrence, Minister of Music. Not at all. Ain't no imitation in that. Woo, ain't none of that. Ain't no imitation in that. Ain't no imitation in that. It don't even look good or sound good. And you can hear it. You can hear it. You can hear that. It sounds so to me. And I just cannot do it. I cannot do it. I want to just be, I got to be me. You know? I got to be me. I cannot be me no better than me. And Freon, I don't consider myself a leader. I just share my story one prompt. I teach middle school in Awana and pray before each lesson. I just serve. I serve to the best of my ability. Well, you're a leader then. You are a leader. You're a leader. Don't try to don't try to push yourself. You're trying to run. Don't try to run. Dad, you can't run, Lord. You can't. I do too. Don't try to run. That's the only reason why I'm laughing because I used to be. I ain't no leader. Don't tell me that. Tell me that. I ain't no leader. I just go here. Don't tell me that. I'll tell you. I know about that one. Ooh, don't you tell me about no leader. Ooh. You called to pass. I said, no, you ain't. I ain't called to do nothing but sit here in this church and play these drums and make you tell me that. Woo. I see what you going through. I gotta do that. That's what you want me to do? Lord, I even quit the church. I sure did. Quit. Me and my wife both. I said, we out of here. I bet you they ain't about to do this to me. Minister of Music, Terrence Stroud, I quit. Sister Jane, I quit. Sure did. Got up out of there, was gone. I was gone. Hit the door. Gone. I said, I'm out of here. Bet you ain't. And God followed me to my house. I said, are you seriously? So I got to go through the wilderness at home? Lord, at least if I went to the wilderness, at least have a covering. I ain't even got a covering, Lord. Where my covering at? I done gave away from my covering. Y'all better get y'all covering too. That's another thing. You better don't make your own covering. You ain't meant to call. Well, we better tell them.
Them bootleg coverings don't last so long.
Hey, Keisha. You better get your covering.
Them bootleg coverings don't last so long.
I'm telling you.
You get your little refill here, get your little refill there, but you better make sure you're connected at all times.
Lord, you better get you a covering.
You better make sure you're connected. That's why a lot of us ain't.
Terrence, I quit. I was done. I said, I'm out of here. You talking about Pastor who? What? I'm gonna be a what? You're gonna be a great apostle. I said, I'm gonna be a what? Pew. Out of here. I was trying to find the first thing, anything I could think of to get out of here. My whole mom was like, dang, I gotta get out of here. I got out of here. I found something about tithe. I said, oh, they want me to pay tithes and offerings. I'm leaving. I'm the real guy. I'm the real guy. If you want to hear, I'm the real guy. Hey, I found. I said, tithes and offering. There we go. There's a way to get out of here. Let me get out of here. I ain't paying no tithes and offering to be no leadership. I'm out of here.
Oh my God! Yes.
I quit.
They say you be a leader, you're supposed to operate in all things. You're supposed to be operating everything you're supposed to be doing, especially when it comes to sowing and tithes and offering. That's what a leader do that. A leader is a good steward. We said,
but I didn't care. It wasn't even about the money. I just was ready to go anyway. I was ready to go. I was like, they ain't about to have me doing all this work, and I ain't doing all this. No, they gonna have me going over here and speaking engagements and all that stuff. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. And then I gotta go through war. What all that stuff? You gotta go through that when you go through that. You know, because I always listen to my word. That's always listen. I'm like, I gotta go through that. I gotta go through warfare. What? I said, where's the exit? Boom. And I remember when I left, my pastor said, you leaving? I left it like a middle of a Bible study. I did. Walked out, and my pastor was like, so you just gonna leave because you don't want to pay tithes and offering?
We laughing because
I'm laughing because it's so dumb. I'm delivering, but I was like, no, I ain't paying no tithe. My mind was telling me I ain't about to be go through all this stuff. And man, I'm so young and dumb at the time, not knowing God gonna follow me at home. I gotta go through this stuff anyway. Mm-hmm. By the time I went through so much, me and my wife both went through so much warfare. It was just all piling up everywhere. And by the time we got done, he said, "Now you ready? Now going back home." And that's what he did. We've been back, I don't know how many years now. I can't even remember. We've been back to our church home. I don't know how many years now. It's been a while. Going back home and get you. And look, the thing is, throughout the whole process, I stayed in communication with my pastor, y'all. We never ever. Joe, did you leave us? Yeah, I did. I left him stranded. I did without no drummer. I no drummer, nobody to work with the youth, nothing. Left him. Look, and so my pastor at the time, he was a bishop at the time. And so, now he might even been a pastor at the time. Pastor Willie Davis. He was Pastor Willie Davis at the time. He was Pastor Willie Davis at the time. And so I come in, when I came back in the church, y'all, I came back. He said, he looked at us like, the first day we walk in, we just went back to, he was like, hey, son, I walked the door.
You used to be going and playing drums.
Yeah, I used to be going back here and there to play drums. He would like hire me to play drums here and there. Like, cause I had went to this other church, right? And then I'll just tell y'all this last couple of stories and we get out of here. So I went to this other church and we walked through the door. This is how crazy God was working, y'all. We walked through the door and this man don't know us from Adam to Eve, literally. And the man literally put us in leadership of everything. You got the leaders, you and the leader of praise and worship. I said, man, I don't know you like that. I got up out of there too. I was gone. I hadn't even joined the church yet. I never joined. We was just visiting.
We never joined.
Do y'all hear what I'm saying?
They put us over everything.
We never joined. We went 2 weeks. The man was like, God told me you need to be over everything. I'm giving you everything. Let me know where you want to do. You can have everything. I got a curriculum for the youth, and we can start here. We can start there. Just let me know when you're ready. I said, what? Pew! Once again, I was gone, Terrence. Gone. Oh, I said, Lord, why are you steady doing this? I ain't going to church no more. I quit. I ain't going to church. I quit. I told us I ain't going to nobody church no more. No, I ain't going nobody church. I quit. Just like that. Man, he followed me home. Lord. He followed me to the crib. He was already here anyway. God said, man, you going to do what I told you to do. You going to do. I said, what I tell you was. What I said you was going to do. Man, he took me through the everything. And this how good God is. When I walked through the door, my apostle, when me and my wife walked through the door together, he said, y'all ready now? Y'all ready now? Everything in place where y'all left off at. Y'all ready now?
Wow.
Everything is right where y'all need to be. Y'all stuff back there. Y'all ready now?
Wow.
You ready now? and he ordained us within like maybe ordained us as ministers like a year later. Um, like right away, like everybody was mad because you always have to go through a process, but we had went through our process.
Yeah.
We had went through our process, and he
God
knew it.
showed it.
God had showed him already that we had went through our process, and I wasn't there for no title. I wasn't title seeking nothing at all. I didn't even want to be nothing. I don't want to be nothing. What are you talking about? I barely want to play these drums. You talking about some title? What are you doing? I want to be a drummer. I thought I want to be, and now I can't stand to play drums. Ain't that something? I can't stand to play drums. Lord, I can't stand to play no drums. I was freehanded. I was just like a deer in headlights. I was out of there. Freehanded. I was going pew. Man, what it blew my mind when we went to that other church though. After 2 weeks, that man called us up there. He said, "Man, I'm handing over everything to y'all. I got a curriculum for the youth. I want you to run praise and worship. I want your wife to start praying in."
And then he said all this stuff.
I said, "What?"
He didn't even.
I said, "What?"
I don't even got we didn't even join. We never went in front of the whole church.
I never joined the church. Y'all, I was after 2 weeks. I never joined.
I don't even think he knew our children's names.
He didn't know my kids' names. He knew nothing about us. He said, "God told me that you're supposed to be over the youth." He was taking us to dinners and lunches and calling us after 2 weeks. I said, "Oh no." I was gone out of there. Hit that door like he was calling me up like, "Man, what's up? Where you at, man? Like, you ain't gonna come back and visit?" I thought, "Man, I'm gonna come back and visit one day." I said, I'm gonna come back and visit one day.
But that was a lot. Like, let's get familiar with this ministry. Like, before everyone knows what to join,
I think that was all God was telling us. That's what we needed to be. For real, Keisha.
We need to go back home.
I was gone.
That was God said, "Go back home."
I was out of there.
I'm glad because that's really real though. That was kind of crazy.
I was scared.
If we was title seeking, we could have sucked that stuff up and just enjoyed it.
Man, I could.
But we're not title seekers, so that's why we didn't accept it. If we was title seeker, we would have just took that up and just been enjoying it. Like Mr. Music, he said people was calling him trying to give him, "I got this money, I got this money for you." He was like, "No, this is not where I need to be at." Like you
I was tons of people. It was tons of people, even like when we got ordained, even like when we, you know what I'm saying, we got ordained and everything and got our license and everything. It was people after that was like, "Oh, so y'all just some youth pastors over there? Oh, you a prophet and you a prophetess. Y'all shouldn't be doing that." That's in our inbox. You can come over here. You this, you that. I said, "Man, please." That's when I got matured in. I said, "Man, please. I'll holler at you. When God ready for that elevation, he'll bring it on himself." I'm good on that. I ain't following nobody for no elevation. I'm good on that.
Ordination come from God.
It does. Come from men. And God didn't tell me that.
God say you are, you are. God, man can't take it and man can't give it to you. He can confirm it, but he cannot give it to you or can take it away. So at the end of the day, it comes from God. But at the same time, we don't need nobody inboxing us telling us, "Oh, you this and that." Like, we're just looking for levels and stuff. I'm not looking for that. We're trying to go through these processes and do it the right way. I'm not trying to have no name, no title for that. I'm good because I don't look good. And like you said, like all this learning that you're teaching today, you can be the best leader you want to, but you can have all the titles that you want to. But if you're not operating that thing,
you have no knowledge.
I don't even want no name. I don't want to be known as a prophet. I'm here just drinking and smoking and chilling over here. I'm not knocking anybody who drinks and smoking, but I'm just saying, whatever leadership role that God give me, I want to look as that leader. I want to be as that leader. I don't want to be a pretender. I don't want that. I want to be a real deal leader. People say like, "Hey, you must be really operating this thing." It ain't about the clothing. No. It's about your character. It's about your integrity. It's about the way you love. It's about your heart. That's what I want my leadership to be tied into. I don't want nobody to be like, "Oh, dang, they apostles and stuff, but man, they show like nasty little attitude." You go up to them and ask them, "Can you get some prayer?" They act like they can pray for you. They don't smile at you. They all about what they can get from you. I don't want that. I need my heart to be right where God wanted to be at whenever leadership role He gives me. I want my spirit to be the right way. I want everything that He had me to be the right way. I don't want to be a leader and not be able to lead. That's just what it is. I don't want to be a leader when people need me to be a leader to them, to pray for them, to cover my, "Oh no, I'm going through myself. I can't do that today. Oh no, I ain't with it today. Oh no, don't come to me. I'm doing bad myself. Shoot, I'm hanging over myself. I done been clubbing all night myself. Hey, you pray for me today. Pray for Pastor. Pastor been drinking all night. Hey, I'm not knocking anybody. No, I used to drink. Yes, I used to smoke. People know that's my past. I don't live there no more. Go back there and visit yourself. I'm not gonna be there. But I'm just saying, whatever God called me to be, whatever elevation is going to be, I'm going to be different. I'm going to be made over. I'm going to be made whole. I'm not going to be a pretender. So I don't want to put on pastor. Please don't give me no elevation. Please, I know people might see something over me. My pastor's already smoking, but they already know it's the future. That's what's going to God going to happen when my goal, when he give me there, when he perfect me, when he prepare me for that area. I have to be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? I got to be prepared for that. I can't be just giving that. No, I got to work for that thing. Everything that we get is to be worked for. Much is given, much is required. So that means when he don't give it to me, he gonna require so much more of me. I can't stay the same like I am right now and be called a prophetess. No, I can't, because he gonna, hey, you have to go out there, you gotta do this. It's gonna be some more sacrificing and some things. You gotta sacrifice more time. You gonna be up on my face a little bit more. You gonna be doing a lot of more stuff. So he already know. At this time, I'm not doing that right now. So guess what? He never give me that right now. And I'm understanding of it. I'm very much understanding.
That's it. That's what I said too. And you know what I'm saying? It's been many people who prophesied that she was a prophet. There's many people who prophesied that I was a prophet. It's been many of that times that. But am I looking for that right now? Oh no, Jesus! You know how much more you got to do. I ain't ready for it. I'm real for it. I'm real about my thing. I ain't fighting no titles. I'm not flying behind no titles. I ain't running behind no titles. I ain't even with that title. Don't even play with me with that title. At the end of the day, like I tell people all the time, they're like, I'm getting ordained this weekend. I'm getting ordained that nighttime. No, you've been, or if God called you to do it, you already been ordained. Man just gonna confirm it anyway. It's called a confirmation. That's what we have to be. It's just a confirmation. That's all it is. Ordination comes from the heavens. Mm-hmm. It does. And man to come in and see it, which is apostles and bishops, which is usually your spiritual coverings. We have to have spiritual coverings. As I seen Terrence say earlier, he said, yes, a spiritual covering is a must. Ooh. It's a must. Ooh. I know none of us want to hear that, but we must have spiritual covering. If we're going to consider ourselves, especially effective leaders in the church, my God. We got to have spiritual covering, y'all. Because how we grow, we don't even know how we're growing if we ain't got no spiritual covering. We don't know. Covering. And then we need somebody to cover us as we going through. We need somebody to be able to cover every situation.
Skilled and anointed in that
area. They done went through this situation already.
We got to be real in this.
You know what I'm saying? They done went through this situation already.
We cannot just be having everybody covering us and stuff. We got to be very careful. We got to understand we are precious and honored in His sight. Everybody can't just be covering us, y'all. We got to be careful, y'all. I know we got people that's going to pray for us. I know we got people that's going to do this, but we got to be very careful. We have to be very careful who praying for us, who laying hands on us, who speaking life into. We got to be careful. Our life and our mind and our body and our spirits are very, very precious and fragile and very valuable. Some of us are parents. Some of us are have different things and responsibilities. We got to be careful putting their mouth on us and speaking over our lives. Because we could cause more harm than we can help. We got to be careful. I used to always be, you want to pray for me? Yeah. Everybody pray for me. Y'all, no.
I'm full.
No.
I'm
People
so
speaking
full.
to you like, yeah, God said no. Please be careful with that. Please, we gotta be careful because some of us is some of us are going through some things right now.
That warfare, they going through some warfare that we can't handle.
Please, it's okay. Our pastor said it last night. He said they got things going on themselves and they can't have everybody just laying hands up on them. I know people want to cover them and armor bear them. And
I'm good.
I can't, please don't do that.
I'm full. I ain't never ran up there on my pastor.
It's for protection. I'm going through things, you're going through things, but we got to be protected in this season. Please, the word say do not lay your hands on men suddenly. You cannot do that. Please. It's the same thing with your mouth. Hey, let your words be few. In season, please do not let your words just become. God said this. God said, God, no. It's okay. Everything can be released. If God said to you, keep it for you. Pray over that thing and let that thing manifest. Because if it's for Him, if He said it's gonna manifest anyway, you ain't got to release it out your mouth. Just hold on to that thing that He gave you. I'll receive it as it manifests. When He gives it to me, then He gonna give it to me. Because if it's for me, it's for me. But you hold on to that thing. You don't have to release it. Sometimes people just want to release some stuff. And then, God was, no. Because God told me a lot of things. I don't release it to everybody.
They be trying to get the glory.
He give me a lot of stuff. I don't release it to everybody. I just pray over that thing because that's what it's supposed to be. He supposed to pray over it. He gonna carry that thing out. He gonna nurture it. And when it's ready to be manifest, it's gonna happen. But we got to be very, very careful. Release. Everything ain't meant to be released.
Everything. That's why you don't see me release. I release a few things. That's it.
Yes.
I release a few things. If God told me something, He keeps showing me something over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll release it to that person, and that's it. But I don't release even everything that God showed me about people. I don't. I just don't. It don't work that way. You can't release
you know what
everything.
talking about here. When she came with us, you know it's real. That's real.
That's the
really
truth,
real.
though.
It's really real. We just gotta be real and see.
We gotta be real.
Everybody's want to know. Just go to him. Go to him and pray over that thing for me. If that's what you believe, if that's what God gave you for real, then you pray over that thing for me. Hold me down and pray over that thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And if He give me something, I'm gonna do the same thing to you. I'm gonna pray over that thing for you. I'm not gonna release it to you because sometimes we can't accept things that He released. That's the problem. Too much premature releasing.
It is.
Too much premature releasing.
It is.
Oh, well, God said you're going to be a pastor. And then we got excited, start buying outfits, suits, and ties. We done bought everything. Hey, we done bought 15 Bibles. We done bought KJV.
We did.
In KJV, we done bought NIV. We done bought ESV. We done bought the.
We got every robe. Got all the bishop robes.
Yes.
We got purple robes,
we
red robes.
Live streams and we laying hands and doing services.
We is and everything.
We got to understand that thing. Everything is not ready. That's not because it's
ain't your season for that.
It's in His timing.
And then we really got to be ready that we can't jump out of one thing into another. Like 1 week we've been acting a fool, and then the next week, oh, God called us to preach. It don't work that way. Y'all get that? It don't work that way. So you're gonna have to go through something before you come back and preach to me. After you done just did all of that. But you come back and you got a word for me that quick. It's something ain't right about that. Something a little fishy. Okay. If I salted you, and I said salted.
Okay.
I salted you acting a fool. And I mean salted you. You was out there acting a fool. And then the very next week you come back, you give me a word. I'm full. I'm full with myself. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a bit full. I'm so full, Lord. So I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for coming in today. Yes, bro, running the robes. They be having the robes and everything. I had guys that ordered me a robe. I got my robe, got my red robe on, my purple tie, and my they got you salted me? They too. This Jay, you know they be ordering them robes and stuff. This Jay, the red robes and purple robes and stuff, talk about what they is. I said, who ordained you? We got a few of them in our city now. We do. We got a few bishops that ride the bus. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done. I am done. Okay? I'm done. Sorry, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry, baby Lord. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But I feel like if you can't, okay, I'm done, Keisha. But I feel like as a leader, y'all, we gotta be our first ministry is our home. If we can't take care of our homes first and foremost, then we can't be no effective leaders. We can't. We cannot be effective leaders, y'all. We can't. So we got to take care of our homes first. That's the first home. That's why I say that. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to take care of this first, y'all. But I love y'all. I will see y'all later on. I'm going to be going live bowling this evening, and we'll be live for Triple T and Joe show later on. Keisha said they got bathrooms. Ever Lord. Ever Lord. Y'all crazy. We love you too, Free Hanley. Blessings to you. We love you too. Y'all, we love y'all. We will see y'all later.
You got bowling night.
I got bowling tonight. Y'all so silly. And then we'll be live Triple C and Joe show tonight too, y'all.
Okay.
I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening. Bye, everybody.